All right, I'm back for another video because I don't know if any of you guys saw this, but what the hell is going on in our world where we're now supposed to be taking sexual advice from a news network other than CNN? Um, I'm here to give you my 2 cents on this whole thing, my thoughts, because I can't believe in one breath and then in the other breath, I can believe that CNN would actually put something so preposterous out into the world for people to actually listen to. And I can't believe it, but if you haven't seen it, there's an article that they've published that says that they're promoting cuckolding as some positive action to take in your relationship. Yes, they're saying that it could be a very good thing if you had your wife go out and have sex with another man, or as a woman, have your husband go out and have sex with another woman. Like, this might actually be a really good thing for your relationship. And yeah, I'm not sure who would actually believe that this is a good thing for your relationship. But I wanted to give a little bit more insight into the spiritual ramifications of what happens when we start following the advice of CNN when it comes to our sex lives. And there are some deeper things that go way beyond just the emotional aspects of sharing our partners with other people. I'm going to talk about the energy aspect of it all. And the reality is that we're all made up of energy, okay? And when we have sex with someone, we create a very strong energetic cord with that person. And this energetic cord is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult cord to cut. And this cord allows for a transference of your energy and this person's energy back and forth into your bodies. And it's going to, so if the partner that you've just had sex with is depressed or really angry, volatile, their energy gets transferred along that cord into you. And you may not wonder why you're feeling so angry all of a sudden, or, this happens. And the taking it one step further, it's not just about that person that you had sex with. That person likely wasn't a virgin, likely. And so they've had multiple partners, and everyone that they've had sex with, unless they're really versed in cutting their cords, likely has energy attachments to all those other people, which means you now have an energetic cord attachment through this person to all those people, and all of those people's energies are getting transferred through that person along the energy cord that you just created. Now, that also is going to affect your partner. So if you are now having sex with you already have an energetic cord with your partner, and now they're going to start feeling all that stuff too. Believe me, this is just energetic chaos. This is energetic chaos, and this is why, when you get into a relationship, it's a very blessed thing. It is a very sacred thing to really protect the bond that you two create. And you ideally want to be clear vessels coming into the relationship. You ideally want to have a clear energy field, and your partner have a clear energy field, so that you don't have any of these outside influences wreaking havoc on your relationship. And what CNN is promoting is energetic chaos within our energy field. And I gotta say, I'm disgusted. I'm actually disgusted that this is being promoted as something positive for people to do in their lives. And it's not going to work out well for anyone if they follow this advice. Not from an energetic level, I'll tell you that much. It's definitely not. And then if you take it even just a step further, okay, some of you who are familiar with my channel, I've talked recently about negative entities. There are negative energies that are attaching to us, parasitic entities that will try to manipulate our energetic field, manipulate our minds so that we do things that we wouldn't normally do. And if you have sex with someone who has a negative parasitic entity attached to them, you've just given them a legal doorway into your vessel. And you don't know what's going on in other people. And as soon as that happens, now you've got this attachment that you have to get rid of. And, you know, there's various ways that these parasitic entities can attack you. One of them is in the mind, and where you hear these thoughts that don't really sound like yours. And you can be totally going along your day, everyth's fine, and all of a sudden you're arguing in your head. Maybe it's with yourself, maybe it's with someone else, or you just have these angry thoughts, these thoughts that are just negative, not like you, okay? That is a very good indicator that there may be a negative parasitic entity now attached to you. And, you know, this sort of topic is really, it's not given a lot of credit outside of the spiritual community because it's meant to be discounted by the general public. So most people don't understand energy. They don't understand our spiritual bodies. They don't understand that they have a spiritual body. And because you don't understand that you have a spiritual body, you can't say no to this stuff. And so you just allow this stuff to come in because you're completely unaware that it even exists. And so I just wanted to really kind of throw this video out today because I really am disappointed that this sort of article is being promoted to the masses. And I would hope that most people would have the common sense to know that this can't be a good thing for your relationship. But going even beyond just the emotional aspects of it and the mental aspects of it and the physical aspects of it, you know, like who knows what you might be taking in physically. Look, a lot of people don't understand that there have been many studies done that show that women are carrying the Y chromosome in their bodies. It's been found in the brain. It's been found just lingering in our bodies. And one of the aspects is that they thought, well, maybe it's women who've been pregnant with baby boys and that chromosome was in her DNA because of that. And they've done the study on women that have never been pregnant at all. And so it's showing that because the women don't have that Y chromosome and it's showing up in our DNA, it's clearly showing that something might be being transferred through sex. And so what is this, to have other people's DNA floating around in your body? This is happening. And there are studies that are showing this, but no one's really talking about it because it's quite disturbing to think about, to be honest. And so what does that mean? Now, they can't find it in the males, or they can't necessarily test for it because males have an XY chromosome. So they have X, so it's harder to determine. But I guarantee you, if it's happening on the transference of men to women, then it's happening from men to women to men as well. So that's another thing to be thinking about. But, you know, no one really talks about these things, and we're being taught more and more to be so casual with our sexual encounters. And no one's really talking about the ramifications of what that actually means. And it's completely devaluing the intimate bond that two people can share with one another, and how important it is to protect that bond, that sacredness between two people. And so these are my 2 cents on it. And yeah, my advice, don't take sexual advice from CNN. I think that's pretty standard. So I'd be curious to know what your thoughts are on it. If you guys want to leave me comments below, please do. I've talked about this topic several times on my podcast, Enlighten Up. I've also talked about it on another radio show that I'm part of. And it's just something that needs to be brought out more into the awareness. So I'm throwing this video out there to give, plant some little seeds into the consciousness. And if, you know, pass this video along too, so that more people can understand what's actually going on here. And so that people can start to understand that they really need to start protecting not just their physical bodies, but their energetic field. Because there's a lot more going on than people are able to understand right now. So that's it for today, guys. Have an awesome weekend. stay away from taking sexual advice from CNN. And I'll be back with you all next week for my monthly energy reading and the full moon energy reading as well. Okay, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next time.